The forest breathed. Sunlight dripped through leaves, painting the forest floor in shifting patterns. Birds sang intricate melodies, their voices weaving through the rustling leaves. 1,000 tiny creatures scurried beneath fallen logs, their world a secret universe hidden from casual sight. The forest pulsed with life, a symphony of interconnected beings, each playing their part in the grand orchestra of nature. A gentle breeze whispered through the trees, carrying the scent of pine needles and damp earth. Squirrels chattered from high branches, their bushy tails twitching with nervous energy. A woodpecker hammered rhythmically against a distant trunk, its insistent drumming echoing through the stillness. This was a place of ancient magic, a living testament to the enduring power of the natural world. Lila skipped along the forest path, her heart light as the birdsong that filled the air. The forest was her sanctuary, a place where she felt truly alive. Each step was a joyful reunion, a homecoming to a place that held her deepest dreams. Here, amidst the towering trees and the whispering leaves, she found solace and inspiration. She knew every twist and turn of the winding paths, every hidden glade and sun-dappled clearing. The forest welcomed her like an old friend, its embrace both comforting and exhilarating. She felt a profound connection to this place, a kinship with the trees and the creatures that called it home. Here, she was not just Lila, but a part of something much larger than herself. Lila twirled beneath the canopy, her laughter echoing through the trees. She danced with the wind, her arms outstretched, feeling the energy of the forest flow through her. The birds seemed to sing just for her, their melodies a soundtrack to her joyful movements. She closed her eyes, breathing deeply the sweet, earthy scent of the forest floor, and felt a sense of complete belonging wash over her. She would spend hours lost in her own world, building miniature houses for fairies out of twigs and leaves, weaving stories around the creatures she encountered on her adventures. The forest was her canvas, her imagination the only limit to the world she could create. Time seemed to stand still in this magical place, each moment stretching out into an eternity of wonder and discovery. The news spread like wildfire through the small community. The forest, their beloved forest, was slated for demolition. A new housing development, they said, was needed to accommodate the growing population. Lila's heart plummeted, her stomach twisting into a knot of dread. It couldn't be true. They couldn't destroy her sanctuary, her haven, her second home. The thought of bulldozers tearing through the undergrowth, of concrete replacing the soft earth, filled her with a sense of profound loss and despair. The birdsong that had once brought her such joy now seemed to carry a note of mourning. The forest, once vibrant and alive, now felt shrouded in a pall of sadness. Lila raced through the familiar paths, tears streaming down her face. She reached the ancient oak at the heart of the forest, its massive trunk a pillar of strength and resilience. She wrapped her arms around its rough bark, pressing her cheek against its cool surface. A deep, resonating hum seemed to emanate from the tree, a sound both ancient and eternal. Closing her eyes, she focused on the energy flowing through the tree, feeling its life force pulsing beneath her fingertips. In that moment, she understood. The forest wasn't just a collection of trees and creatures. It was a spirit, a force that connected all living things. And that spirit, she realized, lived within her too. Lila straightened, wiping the tears from her eyes. The sadness remained, but it was tempered with a newfound determination. They might be able to cut down the trees, but they couldn't destroy the spirit of the forest. That spirit, she knew, would live on, in the rustling of the wind, in the songs of the birds, and in her own heart. She would fight for her forest, for the right of all living things to exist. She would be the voice for the voiceless, the protector of the vulnerable. The forest had nurtured her, given her strength and purpose. Now it was her turn to give back, to become a guardian of its legacy. The fight to save the forest was just beginning, and Lila, with the spirit of the forest burning brightly within her, was ready to lead the way.